I hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna try to talk loud. I've got an air conditioner blowing, the exhaust vent on the stove going, and I've got meat sizzling in a pan. I'm not planning on vlogging today. I think my next vlog, I don't know, it might be another day in the life, or I may go ahead and deep clean the fridge tomorrow. That's what I should probably do, and then I'll have a really small grocery haul, like $40 or $50 worth of stuff. Gotta save money to get my tooth worked on, and or I guess teeth worked on. But I thought I would just show how I cook pot roast sometimes. So normally I do like a Mississippi style roast, but I don't have the ranch seasoning mix. I'll put the recipe in the description if I get a chance. But just gonna show y'all how I do a pot roast when I'm trying to do it quick and not do it in like a crock pot with like the Mississippi style pot roast. So I got my beef roast. This is, I think, beef chuck roast in a cast iron skillet. Cast iron works so much better, and I just put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom to cover it, and I'm browning it on each side or searing it, and then getting the edges. And this is a 2.5 pound roast. And then this is literally, I'm just throwing together a meal. I had half of a red onion I cut up. I mince or dice some of the pieces into smaller pieces like this because I like some of them to kind of cook apart and sort of melt into the meat. And the bigger pieces just because it looks nicer. And then my husband's very picky and he can pick them out if he doesn't like it. And then I have some leftover carrot chips. So this is a 16-ounce bag, and I've probably eaten, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 ounces. So just a rough amount of carrots. And then I have a can of beef broth. And then I'm going to grab the rest of my stuff. So this is browned enough to my liking, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And then I've got my pot here, just a larger pot. If I had a larger cast iron, I would use it. And I do have that cast iron Dutch oven, but I'm saving that for bread making, and I just don't want to have to clean it. So I'm going to put the pot roast over into this pot over here. And just put it right in the bottom. And then put this on my burner. And I'm going to turn it to, it's only 3. We probably won't eat till about 7. So I'm going to put it on about 3 to 4 or a little under medium heat. And then I'm going to grab my can of beef broth. And also I like to use bouillon. I use the cubes. Gotta reach all this stuff, y'all. I'm really short and have limited space. So I'm gonna put probably, this is just a random brand I got as a substitute on a grocery order. I usually use the Weiler's brand, but I'm probably gonna start off with 2 of these. And I'm just gonna toss these straight on top of the pot roast. And normally towards the end, if I feel like it needs a little more salt or flavor, usually bouillon is the answer for me. I don't use a lot of salt when cooking. I use like the seasonings, like the bouillon, because it already has salt in it. And of course, too much salt's not a good thing, but we just feel like everything tastes too salty. So toss those 2 in there. And then I'm gonna shake up my beef broth can and hope that I have my can opener. Okay. And then I'm gonna pour the beef broth directly over the pot roast. Also going to add 6 cups of water on top of here. And for seasoning, pretty much any time I cook any kind of beef, I add Worcestershire sauce to it. And then I'm also going to add some parsley, garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of oregano. And no meal for me is complete without having fresh or minced garlic and liquid smoke. I pretty much put that on anything beef or steak related. So starting with the Worcestershire sauce, normally I don't measure anything, but so that I can give y'all an accurate amount, I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon in with this. And again, we're just pouring everything right into the pot, no special way. And then for the liquid smoke, this is kind of strong and salty, so I'm going to do half of a tablespoon, which is close to a teaspoon. And for the paprika, oregano, and garlic, I'm going to do half a teaspoon. It's half teaspoon paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic. For parsley, I never measure parsley because it's such a faint flavor to me, and I feel like parsley is really more of a garnish just to make it look good. So I just shake until it looks like the right amount. We are garlic lovers, so I'm gonna do almost a whole tablespoon, so about 3/4 of a tablespoon of garlic, and then just directly into the pot. And then I have my roughly chopped red onion that I'm also gonna just toss in. Normally I would also toss like red potatoes or yellow potatoes in. That's my favorite way to eat pot roast, but I don't have any, so I think I'm gonna serve this with rice tonight. Okay, and that was a little bit more onion than normally I would use for this small of a pot roast, but I was trying to use it up. I got it all in the pot. And I also like to use like baby carrots, but so some people like to add their carrots and sometimes like potatoes at the end, but I like mine to really like get really soft, and Michael doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, so anytime I can do cook something a certain way where he'll actually eat it, I do, and that's how we like them in a pot roast. Another thing that I absolutely love to add to mine is celery, no matter what kind of pot roast I'm doing, but I don't have any celery, and this is kind of like a quick throw together meal. And then I'm gonna add a little black pepper. Black pepper to me is like salt. It depends on your taste, so I don't never measure my seasonings. I measured the ones earlier for y'all, but I'm just gonna add just enough that it looks good to me. And then get an actual spoon. And I also like to add brown gravy into mine. So I try to get these, the Great Value ones are really good, honestly. I try to get the reduced sodium when I can because it's better for you, like I was saying earlier. But we just hate too much salt and stuff. And I'm just going to pour this over and mix it in. And this is not following the directions on the package. I know you're supposed to do this differently, but this is how I have always done it. And it has come out perfect each time. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this is what it looks like once I toss everything in. And then I'm just going to put a lid on it and keep it a little bit cracked at the back. It's 3:15. I may not remember to count how long it has been cooking, but I will remember to show what time it is whenever it's done, and I will get an end result. Another thing, as it cooks, I always watch mine because like I was saying, we want gravy on ours. We don't want it just like a dry pot roast. So as I'm cooking, if it looks like the liquid is cooking away too much, I'll go ahead and just add some more water. And about halfway through cooking, you know, when the meat's cooked to a safe temp, all that good stuff, I'll taste the broth or the gravy to make sure that it has enough flavor. If it doesn't have enough flavor, I will, depending on what I'm looking for, I will add some more gravy mix or add some more beef bouillon. I actually think that one might be perfect like it is, but I'll try to remember to let y'all know if I end up adding anything else to it. And I think that we're just going to eat. I'm right here. Willow is like panicked that I'm going to leave her. I think I'm just going to make some white rice to eat with this. I was saying earlier we normally like potatoes, but using what I have. So I'm going to make some rice to go with it. And then I feel like pot roast is always a standard. You have to have some kind of rolls with it. So I'll also make some of those. And maybe like some green beans or something, because it needs something green because we don't have like the celery or anything. So I'm just going to do 2 cans of green beans. And for my green beans, this is kind of just something my husband will eat. Ignore the hard water stains on my pots and pans if you can see it. But normally I drain my cans of green beans, pour them into the pot. This is just the way he has always ate them. So I have about 3 different ways I cook them. Normally I would use the Great Value. I always get the light option, the zesty Italian dressing and marinade. But since I already had the Olive Garden one opened up and I need to use it, I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. And not going to lie, I don't really use the spoon. I either just squirt it or use the cap. So on this one I usually use the cap. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 capfuls. The crazy thing is Michael hates vinegar but loves this. And then again, just some pepper to taste. And usually I would just stick these on the stovetop and just let them heat until they were starting to boil, and then we would eat them. But since I'm going to let the food simmer, I'm going to add just enough water to kind of partially cover them. And then I'm going to put those on low heat. If they start to cook apart more than I want to, I'll just turn the heat off. But yeah, that's our simple dinner tonight. I'm going to cook some rolls. I've been cooking them in the air fryer to make it quicker because Willow is requiring more time, and I'm absolutely fine with that, but still gotta make. So I think what I'll probably do now that I'm thinking about it is just throw our super small haul from Walmart tomorrow in with this recipe and call it a vlog. And then make, I think I'm gonna just keep my kitchen organizing video separate because I need to deep clean the fridge inside and out. I've got containers for it, clear containers. I've got like shelf mats, all that. I need to wash all of them and just reorganize the fridge a lot better. And then I also need to clean the oven, and I'm gonna use my steam cleaner because I saw someone say that works really good. But if you can't hear my mini boss in there summoning me, it's time for me to go sit with her for a while this simmers. It's 3:23. I'll let y'all know what time we eat dinner and give y'all the final result and let you know if we had to add anything to it. What did you need? Need?
Mom.
What are these? What are these?
Okay.
It's a blueberry.
A baby.
A blueberry. Open your mouth. Go put it in your mouth. Silly goose. I absolutely love these little spoons and fork sets. These are from Grab Ease, and I actually got it at TJ Maxx. But they're perfect. There's like a guard where they can't push it in their mouth too far, and then they're not sharp. They're really made for them learning to eat, which has helped her learning how to hold them. But I use it all the time for her. And if anybody feeds her or I need to pack a diaper bag to go somewhere, I just throw this little container in my diaper bag, lunchbox, whatever, and take it with us. If I can find some on Amazon like this, I'll link them. These are like the best thing ever. It smells so good, y'all. I usually stir every hour or so. And I didn't end up adding a second pack of gravy. So 2 packs of gravy. I think this is going to be okay once it cooks down some more. I've got a nice clean happening tonight. I've also got cranberry orange muffins going in the oven. I bought this mix back in the fall and never used it, but it sounded really good. So normally what I like to do is let my pot roast cool off and then spoon this grease off the top. And I know some people also use like a fat separator, but I don't have one of those. But it just tastes a little bit better if you have the time to do this. And this came out really, really good. I actually think that this would have made really good sandwiches for like maybe like French dip style sandwiches. But we each ate this. It gave us about 5 portions or so. We ate it that night for dinner, and then we each had some lunch the next day. And I was trying to get several angles where I could get like a good cover photo, and forgot the rolls. But yeah, this was really good and definitely filled me up. I could not eat all of this, and Willow actually ate a few bites of all this as well, so I guess she thought it was pretty good too. It is Friday morning. We're heading into town. I've got to run by the bank as per usual. Nothing changes. And then I got to run in Walmart and get our little bit of stuff. But I mentioned I'm not getting as much this week because trying to save some to get my dental work done. So I've got to do that. And then when I come home, I will try to do a quick haul. Also, I just realized I didn't make my grocery list. So I guess I'm going to be looking at my app in the store where I have everything added to my cart. And I hate doing that. I'd rather have just a list, but I don't have any paper. I would just write it out. So I'll show y'all the haul when we get back, and then I think we're gonna go to my sister's house for a little bit, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. So I was about to leave, and then as soon as I got ready to leave, her Willow's therapist, the one that she goes to in person, called, and she got approved for therapy, and they wanted to do twice a week. But honestly, we have so many appointments lately between my dentist and then her being a Shriner's patient now, her high-risk pediatrician, her just basic pediatrician, her in-home therapy, her out-of-home therapy. So that's 6 right there. We just have so many, it seems like, on top of each other. And they were recommending therapy twice a week. But I asked her, I was like, can we just figure out a way to make it work once a week? Because we're about to get started with a therapist coming in home, because she did get approved for that. She just has to do like the evaluation for that one, because it's 2 separate like therapy companies. And so she said, yeah, that we could do that. We could just make it like a 45-minute appointment instead of 2 half-hour ones, because just being completely honest, the price of gas is so high right now, even though it went down. And I'm not complaining. I'm thankful to be able to do what I can do. But there's just no way really that I would be able to go to like 6 different sets of appointments multiple times a week, on top of already having to make 1 church service and having to make 1 grocery run each week. That would just be way too much gas. And I get decent gas mileage. I get about 16 to 17 miles a gallon, but all of our doctors are not in our town. They're like the next town over, which isn't super far, but especially considering we have to sit and idle in traffic for so long because of construction and stuff, it's just not ideal. She said that was no problem. We can do 1 visit a week for 45 minutes. So we should start that next week. So in about 5 days or so. And then the other therapist for the in-home therapy is supposed to still call me back, get that going. I figure we'll have a day a week for that as well. So I gotta get that 10 to 2. And then when I get home, I gotta call my dentist. They were supposed to call me about I had a question about the quote on the work that needs to be done. And I also need to pay them a little bit, because basically like you just pay up front till you pay off like half of the amount, and then you can schedule the appointment, and the other half is due at the appointment. But anyways, I got to do all that when I get home. We're a little bit struggling today, and Willow is back there throwing stuff and mad. Okay, it's gonna go. So I'm about to get going before she starts screaming, because... So after I got our groceries, I ran to Sonic and got my sister and I a drink. I always order through the app and get them for half off. And then I grabbed these random flowers in Walmart for my mom. They're so pretty, so I got her an early Mother's Day bouquet, I guess. And then Willow was not having it back there, so I kicked the air up for her and put her little CD on. Okay, so back from Walmart. This is the haul for the week. Ended up spending a little bit more than I wanted to, but I feel like you can't get away from that right now. Stuff is just so expensive. And I only grabbed like maybe 5 things that weren't on the list, but just really quick overview. I got this that was marked down. It's a facial oil mist, and I've heard a lot of people say this is good for like a refresh during the day especially, and I feel like my forehead sometimes just itches and feels dry even though it's not, and I thought maybe something like this would work. So since it was marked down, I'm just going to try it. Got this, I think it was only $3.74 for Willow. I tried to get anything like the little Christian Veggie Tales and things anytime I see it. I like the Great Value lemonade. They were out, so I got this. Got this for Michael and I's contacts. We were out. This is our favorite oatmeal, and we were out of it, so I got that. This was something I grabbed just because it's individual pouches, and I think it was under $3, but we have the therapy appointment and stuff coming up, so I love quick stuff that I can just grab and toss in the lunch bag. Gallon of milk. These were marked down, so I got all 4 of them. I'm going to give a bag to my mom and a bag to my sister to top like yogurt with, or just to eat as like a cereal. Another bag of cuties. These were so good this past week when we got them, so I grabbed another bag. I got some mini sweet peppers to dip, and also I'm going to try making some homemade salmon patties. This stir fry kit, I have talked about this so much. This is my favorite one. It's only like $2.74, and I can get 2 to 2.5 meals out of this with some meat. I love this. It's very quick and easy. Some ranch seasoning. I like the container, but they didn't have it. Some bananas for Willow, and then maybe for Michael to stick in his lunches. 2 sweet potatoes, because I used my last one. Got her some berries. I didn't get a ton of produce because her WIC will update on Sunday, so I'm just going to run in the store then and get the rest of her produce and stuff. Some cheese. I'm going to make Michael some rice, bean, taco meat, and cheese burritos and freeze them where he can toss them in his lunch bag. Some pepper jack cheese, some Oscar Mayer bologna, fried pickle and ranch dip. I've already talked about this, but this, I do not know why this is so good. It is so good. I ate it with carrot chips the last time, but I'm going to eat it with peppers this time and maybe like crackers sometimes. Flamin' Hot Cheetos because I had a craving, so I just got the small bag for me. I don't eat them that often, but I do love them. They're grilled chicken breasts my sister got me to eating. I keep this in the freezer now. Michael even liked it the other day. It's just so handy. Got a loaf of bread heats, white bread, wheat bread. 2 of the Gerber Crunchies for Willow. I do not normally buy a sugared creamer except for during the fall and winter. I'll get peppermint mocha and pumpkin spice, but the Cinnabon cinnamon roll one is really good. And my iced coffee is just kind of not impressing me lately, so I'll just use a little bit and mix it with some milk. Some 13-gallon trash bags. And then I got 2 of these little Happy Mother's Day balloons. I'm going to be making, I think I'm going to do like a bouquet of flowers and then dip some pretzels and maybe some, maybe like a candy or some strawberries. I don't know. But I got these while I saw them for my mother-in-law and my husband's grandmother's Mother's Day present. And then the cereal that we didn't get for Willow's WIC for the month, I just went ahead and grabbed. So that is all for our haul for this week. It wasn't that big, but it was still, I think, like $117. But that was all we got for the week. I'm about to hurry up and stick the cold stuff in the fridge and then run down to my sister's house. We're eating lunch together today. We don't always get to see, even though we live really close, we don't get to see each other a ton throughout the week. So we try to like set aside a day a week to get together, and usually that's Friday because I'm on my way back from grocery shopping, and I usually run home, put the cold stuff up, and drop Willow at her house while I unload. That way I don't have to get her in and out of the car over and over, and then go back and we eat lunch. But I'm done going out for the day. I do think on Sunday after church, like I was saying, that WIC will renew, so I'll get the rest of Willow's stuff that she might need at that point. I try not to buy too much produce all at once, also because, of course, it'll go bad. But I think I might run into the little produce stand farmer's market thing that we have here locally. I showed the first time I actually went to it. I showed it on vlog. And I will try to remember to link that in the description if you would like to see. I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy. I'm trying to hurry. But, yeah, I may be running in there. I don't know yet. It depends on what all we need. But for the most part, I think I'm done going out for the week, other than the therapist calling and setting Willow's appointment for her therapy. So we will be doing that. I think it's in like 4 or 5 days. And then I may have an appointment. I don't know. I don't know when I'll get my dental stuff done. Kind of depends on when I get the full payment in and working it around her schedule. But we have a lot of appointments coming up. I thought they were dying down, but they're kicking back up again. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and say hi. Introduce yourself if you're new. If you don't mind, share this video with someone. If you have social media platforms or something and you think somebody might enjoy. I've been really excited watching my channel slowly grow, but it's always exciting to see like a new person pop up. Yeah, I guess that's it for this vlog. Let me know if you try out the recipe before this. We're actually having leftovers for dinner tonight. I will say, I don't know if I mentioned on pot roast, generally it's so much better left over. A lot of times what I like to do is cook it and then let it sit and then strain like the grease off the top, and it just tastes so much better. But yeah, that was just a random bit of information. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna put all this up. Yeah. Good job. Good job. I know I already ended the vlog, but this was too cute not to share. She's been playing with her cousins all day and absolutely wore out. It's not even bedtime. She hasn't really ate dinner. I asked her if she want to eat and said all the food words, and she's absolutely out.